Hello, my name is Andrew. I'm going to help you solve LeetCode problem 1792 maximum average pass ratio, where we are given an array of classes where the first index is the number of students that passed, and the second index is the total number of students in the class. What we are given is extra students. These extra students are guaranteed to pass. What we want to return is the maximum average of passing students across all the different classes. So using this first example to look at, the first number of students class will be 50%, the next one will be 60%, the next one will be 100%. We'll take the average across the three. Then we need to decide which classes to add the extra students to in order to maximize the average. And to do this, we're going to do three distinct phases that I like to use, these three phases. You could maybe simplify them to be less, but separating them out keeps the same complexity that we're going to be going for. And it makes it a bit easier to read and implement. And the cornerstone of this is going to be using a heap, which I'm going to call gain. And to do that, we are going to be importing heap class. I like to just import it as HQ just to trim up the syntax a little bit. We're going to call three different phases. The first one is I'm going to populate the gain heap, and we'll show you that. We are then going to add the extra students. In the end, we're going to calculate the total average. So let's begin. Populating the gain heap. Here, what we're going to do is go through each of the different classes, and we're going to add some values to the gain heap. And these values are going to be in this format. It's going to be a tuple. We're going to call it the diff. This is the difference or the improvement if we were to add a student to this class. We're going to get the number of students that will pass and the number of students total. What we're going to add. And we're going to add all of these together as a tuple into this gain heap. And just for some background, a gain heap or the heap queue in Python is a min queue by default. And it starts sorting off the first index. And it will take ties, it will go to the next one. And so that's how we're going to use it. So let's iterate over. So I'm going to do for I, comma, class, and I'm going to put class with one S because class with two S's is a special word in Python. You can't just use it here. So we're enumerate over each class. We're going to do a couple different things. We are going to say pass. And again, same thing. The number of students that pass, you can't just use the word pass because that's also a special word. So we're going to do pass in total is going to equal class bracket 0, comma, class bracket 1. So now we have those two values. We're going to do a couple different things. I'm going to call it old difference. And this is going to be simple. Just pass over total. And we want the new difference. This is if a student was added to it. Will be simple. It's going to be number of students passing plus 1 over the total numbers of students plus 1. So now that we have this, we can go ahead and add this new value to the gain heap again, because this first part, we're populating the gain heap. So what we're going to do is going to do HQ dot heap push gain heap. This is the heap that we want to add to. We're going to do a little bit of math. We are going to do a minus sign because min heap, we want it to be a max heap. We want the most to be gained. We are going to do new diff minus old diff. And this minus sign, again, just switches the sign on this. The index will just be pass. Index after that will be total. So here we have the gain heap. We're going to keep adding to it. We're going to see the difference that could be gained by adding a student here, number of students in the class originally, and the total originally. And with this, we can go to the next phase, which is going to be for I in range extra students. Here's where we decide where we want to put those extra students. We're going to start this off by popping from the gain heap. So what we'll do is this. We will do, I'm going to call it gain. I'm going to call it pass. I'm going to call it total is going to equal HQ.heap pop gain heat. This will give us these new values, and we are going to head and do a similar calculation. We are going to adjust them for the new added student. So we will take this new diff, and I'm actually just going to copy from up top. And we are going to say pass plus equals 1, total plus equals 1. We're going to do this. Take it up here where we will say the new diff. Diff is just going to be pass divided by total, and we're going to add this right back into the array, which is going to be negative diff. Now, for the total average, we're going to need a value here at the top. It's going to be total average equals 0.0 to make it a double. We do 4 I, I'm going to call it class with 1s in enumerate gain heat. We will say average is going to equal class bracket 1 divided by class bracket 2 total average plus equals average. Then we will return total average divided by the length of classes. And with that, thank you.